This trade still has me losing my mind to the point where I can't resist going down the conspiracy route. Were the Raptors planning since 2018 2019 when they had Kawhi to take over the league with load management? Because this just seems like too perfect of a scenario for the Raptors, especially with how things are going around the rest of the league, with guys just going down with injuries left and right. It's too perfect. You have to think that there's a catch to it. But then you got to think, was the catch the Raptors struggling these past few years, having to give up veteran experience and beloved players in order to make way for this moment to happen? Sacrificing to where you're taking a huge risk, finding a guy like Scotty, like RJ, like CMB who are consistent for you this previous playoffs, to where it gives you more than what you had back in 2019 during that run, because the risk was huge and it paid off. Like, even if Scotty, RJ, and CMB weren't specifically the guys, I don't know if they were. I mean, if they were, I mean, this is genius planning behind the scenes, but they were more than likely looking for players who had similar skill sets. And under less pressure than that championship season, because that season had so much pressure, not just with the load management for Kawhi, but Kyle being injured, Fred being injured, OG being injured, not just in the regular season, but missing the entire playoffs. Then Norm being injured, trading an injured Jonas for an injured Marc Gasol. I think Serge was also injured too. And then you're bringing in a new head coach. Well, actually, you're just moving him one seat over, and he's a rookie head coach in the NBA. And then you have to deal with the fractured relationship between Kyle and Masai, and the whole 1 year rental with Kawhi. It's just too much. And they overcame all of that to win a championship. Now the scenario is we're still building, and we have a chance to take over the rest of the league. Load management can be the new meta. Now the Raptors can be the new hotspot for free agents if they have proven to figure out how to utilize load management effectively. Now players can look here and say, oh, 65 games to just qualify for regular season awards and make that extra cash. Only have to show up really for the playoffs. Sign me up. That just seems like the scenario. You're not doing this trade to get Kawhi unless that's what you're planning. Because, like I said, Scotty, CMB, and RJ, consistent in the playoffs. All they were missing was that experience. And had they gotten that, or had they just had a healthier roster, or a better constructed one, they probably would have at least advanced to the second round. It still wouldn't have taken away from the experience that Kawhi can offer them. But it only would have just made this process a little bit more faster to get back to winning a championship or championships. It's again too perfect for this to fall in the Raptors' hands because Kawhi wanted to go home. He didn't want to be in San Antonio. He didn't want to be in Toronto. Home was his main objective. And you would think that if he was going to ask for a trade, he would try and stay close to home. But no, he brings up San Antonio and Toronto as destinations that he would be willing to be traded to and sign an extension with. Now, I don't even know why San Antonio was being brought up. That relationship was fractured beyond repair. So the only situation that works for him falls into the Raptors' laps so easily. Obviously, the connection with Alex McKechnie and Kawhi Leonard, that whole load management being the brainchild of Alex McKechnie and working through that. It's just, and then Bobby Webster, what's the relationship between them? Because everybody wants to attach the success that the Raptors had to Masai. So you would think that there was a possibility that he could have gone to Dallas, but he didn't. He's with the Raptors. It just, it blows my mind how this happened so easily. It's it's one of those things where you have to pinch yourself because you have to be dreaming. There's no way the Raptors, and then there's so many people now on the Raptors side pushing them up to have the fifth best odds to win the championship next season. It makes no sense how so many people who are laughing at the Raptors are now on their side, even knowing Kawhi's history with his injury. Somehow the Raptors have the fifth best odds, and obviously they still need to make moves, get a center, try and figure out the point guard position. And I don't really think that they need this, but if they need to go after some more shooting, go for it. I just don't understand. And I know it's annoying for some people listening to this for me to constantly repeat how perfect this situation is. Because you're not dealing with the pressure of what you had to deal with back in 2018, 2019. Scotty is going to grow from this to where it's going to be easier going forward to build around Scotty if he finally becomes the complete player that the organization needs him to be. But that's for a separate video to talk about. It's just obviously I talked about the free agents, and that just, if the Raptors figured out the new meta because of what was going on, they didn't plan for COVID, they didn't plan for Tampa, but it helped. It helped. And for them to it just seems too convenient for all these things to go their way. Yeah, it's going to take some luck to create this situation, but it's just with how people are just so, and I was worried about what Bobby Webster was going to do, and he still has to make some moves, but it's just, I'm still nervous because of Kawhi's injury history, and this could go left. But if this goes right, oh boy, this team could probably win a championship this coming season. If the moves are made and everything that goes right. And it's not going to be perfect. It just not if enough happens. That's what needs to happen. If enough happens in favor of the Raptors, they're winning a championship. Because I'm looking around the rest of the league. The East is wide open. The Raptors have almost everything that they need to dominate. It finally gave the fans what they wanted. The Raptors being in the driver's seat, finally imposing their will. That's all the Raptor fans wanted. Figure it out. Stop always trying to be the underdog. Be in control and make everybody else have to chase you. So I think that I said everything that I need to say. Hopefully, the comment section's right there if any of you want to add anything. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and God bless.